Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making something that's very popular in the keto community. Yes, you guessed correctly, FatHead pizza. Okay, so basically this recipe is everywhere and everyone on keto knows about it. So I'm just going to do this video because I was going to make this pizza today because I've been craving pizza. And I figured why not just record it and show you guys how I make it. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just get to it. Okay, so here are my ingredients. I've got 4 tablespoons of cream cheese, 2 eggs. I have some black olives here sliced, 1 pound of ground sausage, 1.5 cups of almond flour. I have half a green bell pepper and about 1/4 of diced onion. I have a 2-pound pack of mozzarella cheese that I shredded myself. It's always better to shred your own cheese. The pre-packaged stuff is coated with some like starchy powder that prevents it from caking or sticking together, but it's also really carby. So I would suggest you shred your own. And I've got some salami and pepperoni back here. I've got some Italian seasoning and garlic salt. Now, these next 2 ingredients are totally optional. It's up to you. I'm gonna add these 2 ingredients. Somebody on Reddit mentioned they added a hint of these ingredients to their dough and it kind of made a difference. So I tried it once and I feel like it did make a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. But you don't have to, it's totally optional. And yeah, that's about it, so let's get started. Okay, so first we're gonna add 3 cups of mozzarella cheese to a bowl, and then the 4 tablespoons of cream cheese. Now we're gonna stick this in the microwave for 1 minute. After a minute, you wanna give it a quick stir, and then you wanna pop it back in the microwave for about 30 more seconds until it's all ooey gooey. So while my cheese is in the microwave, I'm gonna add some stuff to my almond flour. I'm gonna add a generous portion of Italian seasoning to this. About a generous tablespoon or so. I'm gonna add about a skimpy key bump's worth of baking powder and a really skimpy key bump of xanthan gum. And just mix it all up. Alright, once the cheese is nice and melted, it's pretty gooey, go ahead and add the almond flour, 2 eggs, and some salt to taste. And then just mix it all up until it forms a dough. At some point you might want to use your hands just to really work it up. If your cheese mixture starts to harden a little bit, just toss it back in the microwave for like a good 15 seconds to get it nice and gooey again. But not for too long, you don't want the egg to cook. So grab your pizza baking sheet and cover it with some parchment paper. Take your dough and just plop it right down in the middle. Now with this part, you want to wet your hands with cold water and form it into the shape you want. Keep wetting your hands from time to time because otherwise your fingers will start sticking to the dough and it'll get really annoying. So. Alright, once you've flattened out your pizza crust, take a fork and just dock it with a bunch of little holes so it doesn't bubble up or rise when it bakes and ends up getting all deformed. If you want to make it extra herby, go ahead and add a little hint of more Italian seasoning. Okay, I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 8 minutes and then I'm going to take it out and flip it and put it back in the oven for an additional 7 minutes or so. Okay, so while that's in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and cook my toppings right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to a hot enameled cast iron skillet. And I'm gonna add my onions and bell peppers to it. I'm going to toss this around for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to add the sausage to it. I'm going to add some pepper to this as well. Alright, now I'm going to add the sausage. Alright, so this is pretty much cooked, so I'm going to add some of my olives to this, just so they can kind of cook up a little, get some flavor. Alright, so this has been in the oven for 8 minutes, and look how pretty it looks. So what I'm going to do now is carefully flip this over just to make sure it cooks evenly. And I'm going to put it back in the oven for about 4 minutes or so, and then we'll take it out and put the toppings on it. Alright, 4 minutes later, 12 minutes total, this crust is done. So I should probably let it cool a little bit more, but I'm getting hungry and antsy, so I might just be impatient here. And I'm going to flip it back to its original state. Woo. Cute. Okay, so I'm an idiot and I totally forgot to mention the pizza sauce that's going on this. I don't know how I managed to let that slip, but sorry about that. For this, I will be using Rao's homemade pizza sauce. This sauce has 2 carbs per 1/4 cup, so I think using 1/2 cup for this whole thing might be perfect. So let's do that. All right, so here's 1/2 cup of sauce. Alright, so I have a bunch of cheese left over from earlier. I don't think I'm going to use this much, so I'm just going to eyeball decent amount, you know, whatever works for you. Just don't go too crazy. Alright, I'd say that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to add the salami and the pepperoni. Okay, now I'm going to take some of my sausage mixture and just kind of sprinkle it all over the place. It might be wise to add a hint more of mozzarella cheese, so when it melts it kind of seals the sausage in and prevents it from going all over the place. Okay, so I didn't even use all my sausage mixture. I used maybe about 2/3 of it, so I'll save the rest for a little something, a little snack or something later on. And just a little bit more cheese to seal it all in. But just a little, don't get too crazy here. If you want to make it look prettier, you can add some more olives to this. And finally, top it off with just a hint of more herbs. Alright, so this is pretty much ready to go back into the oven. Everything is pretty much already cooked, so really you're just putting it back in just for the cheese to melt. So you could either pop it back into a 425-degree oven until the cheese melts, or if you want to speed it up, you could put it in the broiler for like a couple minutes and that'll speed it up, but the crust might get kind of brown, like kind of darker than this, so it's totally up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in the oven and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, you guys, this is the final product. Check it out. Ooh. That cheese is just bruised just perfectly. Nice and gooey. Amazing. Look at that. That is a fucking pizza. Totally low carb and keto friendly. Wow, what a time to be alive. So I'm gonna cut this up, plate it up, and then I'm gonna give it a try. Alright you guys, here's the final product. I did not finish on this. This is ranch dressing, alright, so don't get any ideas here. Here it is, check it out. It looks like real pizza. So yeah, let's try it out. Oh my god. That's amazing. This is awesome. It literally tastes like the real thing. I think you can honestly fool someone if they weren't aware. It's yummy. Oh my god. Ah, this is amazing. There you have it, folks. FatHead low-carb pizza. It's truly amazing. This is what makes keto so doable. The fact that you can enjoy some pizza, it tastes amazing. Alright guys, well thanks again for watching, and if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like and give it a share and give me a subscribe. But yeah, so that's it for now. I'll catch you next week.